Hello, hello, hello.
Okay.
All right, yeah, we're rolling.
Yo, I have a question I wanted to ask you. So pretty much when I book my flight, will you book your flight?
Yeah, I should be able to.
True.
But here's the thing. So my buddy's bachelor party is end of April. So if we're going after April, I'm probably going to his bachelor party first, and then we'll do our thing.
Wait, so I thought it was July.
No, the wedding's in July.
Oh shit, that's such a bad time constriction.
Oh my god,
man.
April, May, June, July.
May, June. When is
So
it?
April,
July 1st,
May,
right?
June. So
Jeez, you're
I'll be able
pushing
to run for May and June.
But
Would that work?
Yeah,
When does the ice melt? So sorry, we're just
late
talking
May.
about our India
it's good
trip.
timing. It's good timing, but you're gonna be pushing it, man. Like just like on, you're just gonna be like chop, chop, chop.
Fuck.
Cause like, yeah, it's good.
It's
but
a month of riding, right? Like a month and a half of riding.
about a month. Well, it's up to you.
Okay.
It's up to you, really.
So I think
Like,
that
I'll already be like probably a few months deep, right?
Yeah.
By the time we meet up, so like it's on you, man.
oh man. No, I don't want to like mess things up for you.
No.
you know?
No. For me, come on, man. Think about it. It's like if you think like if I want to be an asshole, yeah, I could be like okay, but no. What do I have to be an asshole for? I have nothing to go back for.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does, but I just, like regardless of that or
like
not.
let's do this mountain ride, right? Together.
Okay, down.
Right?
Yeah.
So like let's make it happen.
Cuz I'm going to I can be here for 2 months period.
Yeah, but you're going to be I think we're going to it'll be
That's as much as I can give her.
yeah, fair
in
enough.
terms of like being able to still make my bill payments with how much I've saved up and everything.
Yeah, no, this is good. This was the original plan.
Yeah.
Original plan. But here's the thing, we don't have too much room. Before we had a lot of room for hiccups. Now
You did?
yeah, I would say so.
Yeah. So
More
okay,
so.
that's the thing. If I can't make it to the bachelor party, fuck it. It's fine. I'm gonna catch him at his wedding anyways.
Yeah.
So it's okay, but it would be dope if I could make the bachelor party because
When's
He
the
is a-
bachelor?
he's a
It's-
close
It's
boy.
the end of April.
end of April. He's gunning for end of April for like
no,
1
like
week.
it's actually like it lines up very perfectly.
Yeah.
But literally, it's gonna be like I would probably say within like a few days or like within a week or two, you should be on a flight to India. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
because
Of that
his bachelor party is only running for a week. It's a 1 week gig.
Anyways, like
And
after
then
that
I'll be
bachelor
going
pattern,
straight to India.
Yeah,
like
pretty-
immediately. Once they're leaving back home for Canada,
I wouldn't say immediately, but probably within that week.
I'm not going to loaf around there by myself. Like,
You know
there's
what I'm
no
saying?
point.
Where's the bachelor party?
He's
It's like a
probably
location.
going to Thailand.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so it just kind of lines up, right? It's kind of next door. So
Yeah. Have you booked a flight out there?
not yet. So they're looking
You
into flights.
should
Probably need to book like ASAP.
Definitely look to book that ASAP.
Yeah, so I have to see.
How long is it in Thailand for?
Literally 1 week. I think they might go between
Bro.
Thailand and Taiwan, which is like
For 1 week?
yeah, exactly.
Fuck Taiwan, just stay in. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
We
fuck
were on
Taiwan.
camera and shit, but like,
No, it was fine. Like, I would say the same thing. Like, why would you go to Taiwan for 3 days? But you shouldn't go to. Yeah, I'll
go
bring
to
it up
fucking
for him.
Thailand. You're doing a bachelor
Yeah,
party.
you
Go.
just stay in Thailand for the week,
Are you
right?
joking me? Like, bro,
Yeah.
you know what my plan is? After I finish riding, I either go to Africa or like I get some money and I go to Thailand and I get tatted.
You just get tatted up.
Yeah, all
Holy
these tats I want, I just get tatted up and then just fuck off and then and then just like take a bus into Nam. Like if I do end up in Nam.
Yeah.
And then like my teaching certificate is on the way. But Africa sounds really interesting right now. But like
Yeah.
let's say after like 2 months of riding, I'm like, fuck this. Like after the like especially like let's say like I'm too exhausted after our trip and I've still got then yeah, I think I'll go to Thailand and start getting tatted and shit.
Yeah.
Like I want
So
I already know
jokes.
what tats I want.
Dude, do you? What
Yeah.
do you want to get?
I want a salmon. I want a tiger.
Why salmon?
Oh, fucking random. Right?
I've never heard of that before.
Cause
But why
listen,
salmon?
cause salmons are crazy animals, man. Think about it.
Absolutely. What they
fact
go
that
through?
they-
I've watched a lot of Discovery Channel videos.
It's
on
whack.
salmon.
Something going on right there. I don't know what it is, but I like it. I like the fact that's like full circle. Where they were born, they go through all this crazy shit. They turn a different color.
Yeah.
Like Dale, I never told you. Anyways, they turn a different color. It's crazy. So I want a salmon. Salmons are cool.
Yeah.
Right?
Just based on that. Okay.
Yeah, just based on that.
Do you like eating salmon too?
Yeah, but not. And there's no reason to get it tatted on my body just because I like to eat it.
Yeah.
I really like it. It trips me out. Like that. This like stupid animal. We're pretty stupid, right? Like I can't like be like, yo, like do this. But there's something hardwired in there that makes it A, know where it needs to go, and B, goes through the toughest shit ever. And then dies there like a fucking samurai, man.
Samurai, yo.
It's so gangster, man. So I'm like, I need a salmon. Like, I thought about this. I want a tiger. Because tigers are just the craziest, right?
Yeah. I thought about getting a tiger as well.
And then I want Toto. Because I don't know if I'll see Toto again.
Yeah, oh
right?
man.
Sad, right?
You better take a couple good pics of him.
Yeah, definitely. I had some other shit too, but now I'm like... I had one more. Oh, and a magpie.
A magpie, the bird?
Yeah, a magpie.
Why magpie?
It's just a good luck thing in Korean.
Oh, I see. It's a Korean
so
thing.
like if a magpie lands in your house, it's like it brings good luck. Good
What's
fortune.
a magpie look like again? Does it look like anything specifically? Does it look weird?
I don't know. Look it up. You got the thing in front of you. But yeah, I want 4 animals on me. And then, we'll see what else. But that's like pretty much like standard. Like, and then like whichever way that gets designed though.
Oh, it's a black and white bird.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, 4 different animals.
You're gonna be an animal master.
Yeah, I guess. It's kind of cool, right? Like.
Yeah. I was thinking, I wanted a big back piece. I just wanted either like... I was thinking of either getting a samurai or multiple things with food dogs and a phoenix.
What's a food dog?
Food dog is like the guardian. You know, like outside of temples, there's like the guardian beast.
The dragon.
Yeah, it's not they kind of look like dragon. They're like dragon lion dogs. Hair? Yeah, the curly hair.
Okay,
they're like
fair
the
enough.
guardian
Yeah, that's
beast.
pretty gangster. Yeah, I roll with that.
Or I would get like a lady Buddha.
A lady Buddha?
Yeah, a lady Buddha.
I don't even think I think I kind of.
But it would be a custom, so it wouldn't look like your typical lady Buddhas. It would look like kind of like a, I don't know, it'd be a cross between like a geisha looking Buddha, and a geisha looking girl in like a Buddhist getup.
When do you want to get this done?
Or maybe like multiple arms. Like eventually, probably in the next like 5 years, because I'm probably gonna save up. I already know which artist I want to get it from.
Really?
Yeah.
That's whack, man.
Yeah. I already know which artist. Yeah, he's in Markham actually.
Same guy that did your sleeve?
No, it's the guy that did my sleeves master.
Ooh.
Yeah, so he's actually the apprentice.
Jeez. Is it gonna cost more? Or
oh, dude, it's gonna cost me a freaking 2 legs instead of one. Really?
Did you already?
I already have an idea of how much it's gonna cost.
Like what?
I would say like 10, 15K.
Jeez.
And then if I want to get color, it's gonna be more. But I'm probably just gonna stick with black and white.
Tats are expensive, so that's what I want to do in Thailand, right? I'll get a really reputable guy in Thailand. But
that's the thing, you need to like do your research and look around and see which artists.
So man, that's why Thailand's the good spot, because shit is cheap and like everything is cheap there.
Yeah.
And you can just get inked up, like it's awesome. So you got something to do, you know. You're not just like you know, you got a purpose. Spend extended time there and just fuck off and decide what. So yeah.
That's pretty legit, man. That's going to be dope after.
Let's get tatted in Thailand, man.
What's funny is my buddy got tatted when we went to Thailand. You know, the first trip I went on when we went backpacking? Yeah, like he got inked for the first time as well. He got like a script on his bicep.
There you go. Like I'm a little sketchy about like those outdoor guys.
Which outdoor guys?
The guys that like just like, oh, get a tat right here.
Yeah, the guys that look like they're drawing like art caricatures.
Whatever it is, like if I can find someone reputable in Thailand, I think I can get a pretty good deal. And
yeah, I'm sure you can. It's like it's like a tattoo city, man. Tats are so big in Thailand.
Really?
Yeah.
For sure, right?
Yeah, like it's huge. Good. Like they're famously known for their bamboo tats.
Worried. Like that, like, hey, maybe a tat is not something to skimp on, but like I was like, if I can just find someone really reputable within Thailand, I'm sure I'll get quality. Like maybe I'll pay, probably like from what I've read, you'll pay for a quality guy there. You'll pay what's standard here.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
Like the charge out rate here is just retarded.
Well, it's just like what does a meal cost you there versus like what is overhead costs here versus there, right?
Relative.
And it's just like it is what it is.
Yeah.
Overhead here is expensive.
Guess we shall see. That's jokes.
What?
No, it's like, I'm just gonna go to Thailand and just get tatted up. For a couple weeks until
probably.
I'm done.
That's what I'm thinking. Probably like a couple weeks.
It'll probably take longer.
I'm in no rush, right? Like I'm not in a. Well, it depends, right? We'll see.
And you're gonna continue like teaching English online as well.
Oh no!
You're gonna stop that.
Completely stop that.
Okay.
Stop working. You know.
Oh
just
man.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know.
And then I get sick.
Yeah, come on. Did you think I was gonna ride bicycles and
no, not ride bicycles while doing the English thing, but once like you're done like the riding trip from India.
We'll see. We'll reassess. Okay. I can because I'll have a certificate in my bag.
Yeah.
See what the price of Bitcoin is.
Yeah. For real. It all comes down.
Yeah, I think a lot of it does come down to that. Like, let's say
do you ever plan on fully cashing out?
No, never.
No, just I'll die with Bitcoin.
Well, it depends. Like, let's say it's like I'm 60 and it's like, psych, Satoshi, CIA. I'm like, you know what? Thanks, guys. You know, at least you gave me a good run.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised, right? But yeah, if it is what it is, if it still continues that like the trust of Satoshi is there, none of the coins have been spent. Yeah, for sure, I'll pass it on to my children. Yeah. But that's a big if, right?
You know how you made me set up my Bitcoin account, and I put like $60 in it. That $60 has become like $240.
I know. That's why I made you do it.
Fuck, yeah, I know. I was like, fuck, I should just put in like as much money as I had.
Well, that's why I made you put in 50 to make you watch it grow and be like, fuck, this is like,
you son of a
what
bitch.
The fuck? You know what I mean? Like, hey, if I put in a little
But I didn't even watch it. Like, I didn't look at it until like literally a couple days ago. Because everyone started hyping about it. I'm like, oh, I wonder like how much the amount I put in when Terry made me.
Don't fucking spend any of it. Don't pizza it up. Because you leave that alone for another 10 years, that might be worth $20,000.
Oh, Jesus.
Sounds fucking nuts, but come on, like think about like the people in 13, man. These are fucking bums. Bitcoin changed your bum life.
Yeah.
Bitcoin changed my bum life.
Yeah. That's true. You know? Yeah, so, man. Yeah,
it sounds ridiculous,
it's
right?
a life changer.
It sounds fucking ridiculous, but it happened before.
Yeah.
So I guess like don't discount it, right?
For sure.
Bitcoin is like Conor McGregor, man. Don't fuck with him. Knock your ass out, man. Just
Conor
watch
McGregor.
the show, see what happens. Enjoy the ride, right? Like.
Yeah, a bunch of people are regretting. It's really funny because you hear like sound bites at work, and there's this, damn it, we missed the big wave.
I think it's the top. Do you know why I think it's the top, man?
Why?
Because I get now I'm like consulting people, like people I told about like in the sauna.
Yeah,
I was like, this is what I do. They're calling me now.
That's jokes.
And I'm like, yo, you want to talk to me? 0.01 Bitcoin per hour.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's so sick.
I'm running them through their FOMO, man.
Yeah.
Because these guys are going deep right now.
Yeah.
And they're falling for like big pumps like Litecoin and Ether. Litecoin did a 3x this week.
Wow, man.
And so people are like, oh, I'm like, I've been through this.
Yeah.
I've seen one cycle of it. Yeah. Right. And I think I was lucky. I was just timed it right that I got to see like at least one. I got to see a few, but I haven't seen the big mother.
Yeah,
right? Not yet, but it's happened before, right? And anyways, too much. But I think we're in some next shit right now because I used to have an indicator, right? And when we were at 11,600, like there was like one spike from after it was like chilling off 10. It was like 10. It's like 10 here, you know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck's going on? I have an indicator that's been money ever since I started. And that's how like with that confidence, I haven't sold like a giant amount.
Yeah.
Right? Because this has just been money for me. So this indicator,
what is it? Your indicator, is it a person?
No.
Oh, it's just this tool thingy?
It's a tool that says if the price is above this is when you have to buy.
Oh, wow.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
But it's all in a software so that it says, okay, now you should buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Interesting. And they just have the software for free, or?
Oh no, I paid money for it.
I see.
Yeah.
Damn. Damn.
Yeah, so this thing was money.
Yeah.
I paid 0.1 Bitcoin for it.
Wow.
Well, at the time it was like $250.
Still, now it's like still 0.1 Bitcoin.
It's 1,600 USD.
Oh my god, dude.
Right?
Holy shit.
It's nuts.
That's what the fuck?
It's fucking nuts, right?
Dude.
Anyways, this indicator was money, and then there's something called a daily.
Mm-hmm.
A daily. There are so many. Bitcoin, there are so many fucking charts because this thing goes 24/7, never stops. There's minute charts, 1 minute. You're looking at the minute chart. There's a 5-minute chart, 10-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 45-minute chart, hour chart, the 3-hour chart, the 4-hour chart, the 6-hour chart, the 12-hour chart, the 1-day chart, the 3-day chart, the 1-week chart, the monthly, the yearly. So listen, my monthly was on a sell indicator. Okay, that doesn't happen. It's called a TD9. So if you're on a bull run, it's every 9 months. Okay, so the monthly said sell. It said this month we're gonna shit, pretty much. Okay, because they all do the same thing, and they're all on the same rule pattern, but they're just over different time periods. And this indicator is a time indicator, really, more so than a price indicator.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's
Yeah.
like every so often, like this is gonna happen. So been pretty money. So the monthly was saying sell. So only within 9 months, like let's say you're on a bull run, it's saying sell. My weekly is on a sell. My daily is on a sell. That's like mega. Everything is saying this is the end. Okay?
Yeah.
What happened? My daily, my weekly, my monthly is on a sell. Everything's on a sell. So I'm like, okay, by the end of today, I need to liquidate. I need to liquidate. So I was watching it, right? Like the standard time, like that, like the Bitcoin world goes off is 7 p.m. Eastern time is when the day changes.
Okay.
So does that make sense?
Yeah.
So by 7 p.m. My view was my whole trading account had to go to dollars because everything's on the sell. But I had to watch it. So around 5 o'clock, this thing was like humming, right? And I was so confused because it was, if you know charts, like it dipped, but it came back up. Meaning, hard to explain, but there's a rule that I follow. It's called no double tops. No such thing as a double top.
Explain a double top.
A double top is like you get to a maximum price and then it corrects. And let's say it's going back up again. It won't ceiling off. It will blast through that. No double tops. Okay? So it was like humming around the top again, around like 11,400. And the top was 11,600. And for like 20 minutes, it spiked up to 11,800. And I was like, oh God, here we go again. Like, fuck the indicator. This is new paradigm. Right?
This is so fucked. Okay, yes, keep going.
Like, fuck the indicator for like 20 minutes, okay? But then out of nowhere, within 5 minutes, it went and I think it went from 11,800 all the way down to like 9,000 something.
Wow.
And in that maybe 10-15 minutes, you can see it if you look at the charts. I was like, oh, this is the end. This is it. Oh, and another fact. On this day, 4 years ago, was the collapse of 2013. So if you look at it as one cycle, does that make sense? A 4-year cycle. So literally almost to the day, a 4-year cycle, the crash happened from 2013.
What was the crash in 2013? Dollar
China,
value? Like what
it was like, it went from 1,100. Eventually it spiked, like the bottom was like 300 something, high threes, but then it hit a low of like low twos, like after like 2 years, right? But within that day it was at 1,180 something like that, down to like high threes, and never to be, and then obviously a dead cat bounced, but then it never reached that point again. So I was like, oh God, this is it. Like, so I liquidated all my trades, but then it bounced like a motherfucker.
Yeah, to 16, 17.
It bounced to 10, and then it again, it consolidated. Boom, again, 12. And then I was like, what the fuck is going on? So That's why the indicator I used to use, I don't even touch it anymore.
Yeah.
And that's why I've completely taken all my trades off the table and just gone to Bitcoin because completely clueless right now as towards what the fuck is going on. But after like watching 2 cycles of it, I was talking to Larry about it, and what I think is going on, or what the best explanation I've read that lines up with what I've been seeing, is this. Imagine like Bitcoiners are all in a gym, okay? Like they're all like working out and shit, all right? And like, how do you explain it? And like everyone like knows what's going on. Like there's like news. There's a news cycle going on within this gym. But this is like a closed loop. Because Bitcoin people, that's all they do. They don't have jobs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just full-time watch Bitcoin.
That's right. And like at the slightest hint of a like market news, you make plays. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But all of this is in a closed loop. No one else knows about this except for the people that do this full time. This has no effect on people outside of the gym. Okay? The people outside of the gym are people that just have normal jobs. They might have heard of Bitcoin, like they're like, oh yeah, Bitcoin's cool, this and that. But they don't know who Roger Ver is, they don't know who Jihan Wu is. All these, this is like a soap opera.
That's me, I'm the outside.
No, for real, but I'll explain to you what's happening. So this whole soap opera, it's only affecting the people inside. And there's manufactured, like intentionally manufactured bullshit that spread within this area to make people sell their coins. So, cause like within this area, the general belief is like you're stupid not to accumulate Bitcoin. Like within this loop, like you are stupid not to. But there are people that have been there for a long time. And they hold a lot of power in like certain spheres, and they can just, if you're not used to the FUD, you can easily get shaken. I've been shaken before.
Shit.
By just some random shit that maybe it happens, maybe it doesn't, but it's just like, it's only affecting the people inside. What's happening, the people outside don't know anything. They're just like, oh, Bitcoin, cool. What's Ethereum? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
What's happening now is the lineup to get in the gym has gotten so big. So big. Before it was like, oh cool, there's like a sweet party at that gym. You can like kind of hear the music. Now it's like full blast and like people are like ripping each other to get in. But the same condition applies. Only the people inside the gym are affected by the news cycle of the gym news cycle. If you're still outside trying to rip yourself get in, you have no idea what's going on in this news cycle. So very slowly, people are starting to exit the gym, getting scared off. But outside is so heavy that anytime like you have people that get scared off and sell, normally what you would see, this gym, they're like, okay, true, what's really happening, right? But it's like the minute they sell, everyone's like, oh, there's space in the gym, and they just fight to get in. So the minute there's a dip, the buy orders, the money just pounds in. So you're like off like 12K. You're like, oh, where are we gonna go? 8K? No. They're like, okay, so like the reasonable traders, like their support at 10. Okay, so I was like, I'll put in a trade for 10. But what do traders do? They just fuck each other, out try to think each other. So where did it bounce from? Like 10-8. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like when
it's because it's not adjusting appropriately because everyone's just like,
everyone's trying to get in. Exactly.
I'm gonna buy in.
There's so much
that's why it hasn't
crashed.
Crashed. It's probably it should have crashed way back, but the hype was so overwhelming that the price just kept growing.
Exactly.
That's why
I messaged you that chart, right?
Yeah.
The parabola.
Yeah.
I think that's what we're in. We're in the hyperloop, which is like this thing will literally not come down until it is forced down, I think.
So you feel like it's unpoppable at this time and moment because there's just too much people fueling it.
The only thing that can pop it is a black swan. Like something like fucked, like a crazy hack, or government says, no, fuck that. But government knows if they're like, fuck that, in the long run, all they're doing is biting them. Okay, yeah, kill it for 2 years. It'll come back 8 times stronger and you'll just get murked, you know? So they're pretty smart too. So it's a fuck, man. Again, it's a mind fuck. And me, I've been trying to figure it out. I don't know what the hell Bitcoin is, right? All I know is that it's valuable.
Yeah. Definitely.
You know what I mean? It's valuable.
I think the world knows that now. We're starting to realize, like, wow.
What I'm scared of is that big money gets the wrong introduction to it. So like right now, like let's say like, okay, so for example, I'll give you a scenario. Okay. You bought in, okay, you watched at 10K, you're like, oh shit, what's going on? Now it's 15. Right now it's about 16, 8, 17?
Yeah.
18? It's
17.
going to 20K, 25. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you start paying, you're like, new money started paying attention about 10K. Fuck, this is about 15K. Maybe something here, right? So you buy in $100, 1,000, because you're a big money man. 1,000 is like jizz, right? $1,000, you know? Whatever. And then you're like, and then let's say you make it to 25, and you pull out, fuck this, it's a scam. I made my money, 1,800. Corrects. You're like, yeah, you fucking idiots. It doesn't bounce at 20. It bounces like 22. And then it skyrockets to 30. Now you're like, whoa. Right?
Yeah.
Maybe that 1,000 becomes 10,000 or 100,000. Right? And again, okay, maybe that 100,000 turns into, that 30 goes to 40. But good God, like we are pushing it. Like, and maybe we correct at 10. Maybe. Hopefully we correct, like hopefully we bounce nicely at 10. But if we don't, we go to 5. If we don't bounce from 5, we go to 1. If we go below 1, I might sell all my Bitcoin, because that should not happen.
Yeah, okay.
Like technically.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So.
Wow, man.
And then.
What a ride.
Well, Jesus. Listen, and then this is like grandma and like 40-year-old Uncle Peter. It's like, oh, yeah, Uncle Peter. You know what I mean?
Getting in on the big crypto action.
Yeah, Uncle Peter's getting in, you know? But these are like the voters and like the demographic. These guys like have like say. They have weight. So if you piss this demographic off, you know, bang, government's gonna step in. And that's like what like my macro long-term prediction of what's about to go down, because it's too crazy now, man. Like honestly, it pisses me off when I hear people talk about Bitcoin, because I'm like, oh my God. You know what I mean? I don't really care about you that much as like a person. Mm-hmm. Like I actually don't care about the consequences. I don't even say anything. I'm just like, cool, man. You should do your research before you. I don't even tell them like I know like this is what I do, like blah 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 blah, because like I'm just like fuck it. Yeah. Not worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
it's just wildfire.
Everywhere. Like I was 2 days ago, I was going to Galleria to buy some like ramen. Mm-hmm. And then like the grocery boys there are like, oh yes, in Korean they're like, oh yesterday was at 1,800, like 18,000. It's gonna go to like 15, gonna go to 25. I was like, oh God, we're at, like in my head I'm like, this is the top. Like this is legitimately the top. You know
Holy
what I mean?
Fuck, dude! Have you watched the movie The Big Short?
You told me about it.
Can you watch it? Can you fucking watch it? You're living it, just in the crypto version of it.
Hey man, but
kind of, because it's fucking hilarious. Because they're just like, yo, the market's gonna crash soon. The market's gonna crash soon, and there's a bunch of like red flags that a lot of people aren't seeing.
Yeah.
And it just got to a point where like they were going to like people's houses and they were all empty because so much people took out mortgages that they weren't able to pay.
People are taking out mortgages right now.
So that's what they're doing.
Like this is what I'm hearing on like the news. I'm like this is not gonna end well. You know what I mean?
It's gonna crash so bad, man.
It's not that it's gonna crash. It's just gonna correct. It's gonna do what it fucking needs to do.
Can you short Bitcoin? Can you short it?
Yeah, now you can. Larry is looking into that.
Yeah.
That's what Larry's doing. He's shorting the paper and buying the Bitcoin.
Shorting the paper.
Anyways, he's got it down to a point where he's got zero risk and makes money.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking dope, Larry.
Yeah. That's classic fucking Larry. Yeah, that's why Larry was like, yo, you should like pull a a couple grand, put it into Bitcoin and transfer it over. I'm like, can I just give you cash?
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I can't receive cash. Like, I don't have like a Canadian account to get Bitcoin, so I need you to buy Bitcoin and transfer me Bitcoin. So
still not. What you showed me, like, I don't fully understand it fully. Yeah. But like when he showed me his spreadsheet, table. But I understand how the money's moving, and yeah, technically, as long as the exchange doesn't crash, it's
he said you'll be making like 10% a month,
money in the bank,
but
at the least.
But then like if Bitcoin continues to skyrocket, you're better off just holding Bitcoin. But
yeah, but
10% is.
I like what he's doing because I would not be a market entrant right now. Yeah, like, I would be like what I say. Yeah, like what he's doing is really good because regardless of the price of Bitcoin, he's gonna make money. Mm-hmm. And someone who isn't used to like, I guess the future, so it's less volatile, but it's so crazy, man. Like, good God, like, Litecoin, for example, Litecoin went berserk because now Bitcoin has a futures on it. So all the traders are like, oh, where do I get my 10x? Mm-hmm. So they all went from Bitcoin to Litecoin. Litecoin this week did a 200% X in dollars.
What the fuck?
So, you're listening, right? So listen.
That's so crazy.
It started this week off at $90 something, went all the way. The height of this was $401. Started the week off at look at that. The low was 86.93. The high is 401. That's a 5x almost.
Is this 1 week?
1 week.
That is fucking insane. So you can.
Well, I seen this shit before with like Neo and like the alts, right? But
yeah, because I was talking to my buddy Ken, the one I went on to Thailand with, and he just threw like $1,000 in and he spread it out between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's a good move.
So I was already like, money, what the fuck? And he's using this thing called Quadriga or some shit.
Okay, Quadriga CX, yeah.
Yeah, Quadriga.
Yeah, that's Canadian.
I was like, yeah. My buddy told me to install blockchain, and like, no, I think the one that you should be using is Quadriga.
That's the exchange. That's Quadriga is an exchange.
Oh, it's the exchange, for the lowest fees, right? Instead of Coinbase.
Well, I would put that onto that money. Yeah, blockchain.io is. I can get the best is if you have a SegWit address, but you don't even know what SegWit address is. Woo! Yeah. So no, blockchain.io is fine. Just leave it, man. Don't fucking. I would suggest, man, the best is put it on paper. Forget about it.
Yeah, just like. Should I just put $1,000 in and forget about it?
No, not now.
Not now.
I'll tell you when to put $1,000.
Okay. Okay. I'm so happy.
I told you when to buy. I said,
I know you did.
No, and then even I said North Korea just launched a missile at 10 p.m. I was like, buy BTC, man. Because it was that tinkering line. That's consolidation right there, right?
But I remember when I was talking to you and you were like, if you're going to buy like $1,000, don't go through Coinbase. Don't go through Coinbase. Go through something else.
Yeah, I would say, but right now you can't.
Yeah,
because your money's already linked to Coinbase. In a week, you might be paying for $50,000 Bitcoin. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, anyways, just to set up a wire with one of those exchanges. Probably, right now, I would say the turnover time is like back when I got in was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I would say about like 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow.
Reasonably.
Is there a point of me even trying to get in that line?
Go with Coinbase and pay your capital gains when they ask for them.
Fuck. So you don't have to pay capital gains because you have a Segway? Son of a bitch.
No, just Coinbase. No, man, come on, buddy. Come on.
Yeah, I know. But seriously, I have no complaints. Yeah. But if you go through
Coinbase is like, that's like the first target. Like CRA, IRS, they have budgets. They're dealing with something that's next level. They're like, where do we even start with this shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Coinbase. That's the most centralized place with the most list of names, addresses, KYC, AML. So that's where they're going to attack first. And from there, they'll probably devise a strategy. But by then, my money will be in Hong Kong and in gold. So you can charge me, but like, fuck you. Like, come take that physical gold out of my safe. You know?
Yeah, are you buying physical gold now? Like, what the fuck? Shut the hell up.
Bro,
Are you actually?
Yes!
You going physical?
Yeah, fuck the paper. That's a scam, man.
Oh my god.
Bro, I know it sounds all crazy, but you remember early on in the year? I was
keeping it in a safe somewhere?
Yeah, in Hong Kong. With my dad's safe in Hong Kong.
Dad. Okay,
yeah,
that's good.
I'm going to put it in my dad's safe in Hong Kong.
That's fine then. That's fine. Yeah. Don't bring it into Thailand and shit.
No, you nuts, buddy.
Yeah, you are.
No, yo, I was looking at Larry I was trying to be like, yo, Larry, can you set me up with someone that would like buy Bitcoin and give me physical gold? And he's like, yeah, I can do that. In China, though. I was like, oh, is it illegal if I brought like a block of gold over into the airport?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it's fucking illegal, bro. I was like, all right, so I can't do that then.
As a fucking prick.
Hey, man, if they would allow it, I would do it,
fucking
man.
A.
I would. I would stick it right in my dad's safe and fuck off, you know? For like, because man, hey, do you remember like early in the year, I was like, shit, man, I've been watching a lot of videos and they think that the economy is about to collapse and shit. Man, good God, right now, even I'm scared. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, when I was watching those videos, I was like, oh, cool, maybe this might happen, you know? But now it's like looking like shit's like really going down. You got this fucking North Korea shit, Syria, all this Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you know what's going on there, but the Middle East, there's about to be a war that's going to happen between Israel and Iran.
Oh, because Trump recognized fucking Jerusalem as their capital.
Good God, I don't know what all this shit is, but this is it's all connected. It's all connected. I know it sounds so nuts, but it's all connected, man. It really is.
To BTC?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. I think so.
Fuck.
Like BTC is... You remember when I said like BTC is some like next shit where it's like some I think that's what my feeling is. My gut feeling is it's like this is a power play between like the elites going on.
Yeah.
It's just a wealth transfer and we're just in for the ride.
Shit.
Right? Like, right now in Saudi Arabia, there's a new prince and his name is Mohammed bin Salman. Okay? And I don't know if you... Again, do you know what the petrodollar is?
No, what the fuck is the petrodollar? Am I supposed to know these things?
Yeah, I wish you would know it.
Son
Yeah,
of a bitch. What's the petrodollar? The price of gas?
The petrodollar is like, oh god. Do you know what Bretton Woods is? The Bretton Woods Agreement?
Fuck, no, I don't.
Oh, okay. So like, I'm pretty deep in conspiracy land.
Yes. You're always deep in conspiracy.
But no, it's looking like what at least these ones, the reason why Bitcoin is, well, right now, because like 17,000, I think the banks are trying to kill it. Or someone's trying to kill it.
Okay.
They're trying to put such a bad taste into the Bitcoin, like, market. The first impression of it, I think. That's my gut feeling. Because it should have corrected.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, where was I going?
Petrodollar.
Okay. Months ago, remember when I said, I think this is how the global economy runs. There's $1 and there's an original dollar.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the petrodollar
kind
theory?
of, yeah. It's not a theory. It's fact.
Okay.
Like, it's fact.
Yeah. Yes.
It is, man.
No, I know.
It is, man. And this... Right now, America... Okay. In the past is only up till like 2 months ago when China opened up the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The only way a country could buy oil is in US dollars. Make sense?
Yep.
If you want to have any sort of economy that's not considered like voodoo primitive, you need gasoline, oil. Correct? You're there, right?
Yeah.
Standard. So, what does that do to the demand of US dollars?
Increases?
It makes it inelastic.
Inelastic. Ooh, my God. Fucking economics.
It makes it to the point that if you want gasoline, you have to buy US dollars. Right?
Yeah.
As a denominator, at least. So regardless of, okay, I've got Canadian dollars, but the seller only says, all right, pay me in US dollars. Fuck your Canadian dollars.
Mm-hmm.
I'll wipe my ass, and those are the Saudis. Right?
Yeah.
I'll wipe my ass with your, or that's OPEC. I'll wipe my ass with your whatever dollars. Pay me in US dollars. So what happens? You have to buy US dollars.
Why do they only want to accept US dollars? Do you have no why? Just because it's like one of the strongest currencies in the world?
This I couldn't tell you, but at the end of the day, which government, if you're going to loan a government money, if you're going to loan someone money, you probably want to know that it's going to get paid back, right?
Yeah.
Would you loan the guy that looks like he has cancer or the guy that's like 6-pack, like 300 pounds and he has an 8-pack for no reason?
Yeah, the latter.
Right? That's America.
Okay.
They have the guns, right? But on top of that, now they have a system where it's like, oh, and it's a rule. So it's like, so you've heard of the unpayable American debt.
Yeah.
Similar. That's why they continue to go into debt, because they can always print more US dollars because the entire world needs US dollars. Does that make sense? So the government can issue this debt, but it will go overseas. Because if you want any economy at all, you want to buy oil, you need to have some kind of reserve of US dollars.
Interesting, yeah.
So what does that do? What does that allow the American government to do? Just continue to print money.
Yeah.
Why do you think the American military is... You've heard like the military budget for America is like a quadrillion times the rest of the world. They have that right because... no matter where you go, the US dollar is still considered valuable. Mm-hmm. It still has some sort of purchasing power, right? And B, they have an unlimited supply, and the unlimited, they control the tap. But the tap that they control, this water that they control the tap to, the whole world needs that water. But right now, what's happening is changing. Okay? China opened up something called the Shanghai Gold Exchange, where they want to set up a system where they sell oil. They purchase oil in their Chinese yuan.
Oh, wow.
Which is backed by gold.
Damn. So they're trying to kind of change things up.
Big time.
Oh, man. So they're coming in
this has been in play. They've been working on this for the last 10 to 15 years. Yeah. And now they're just slowly starting to peak. And I don't think you'll see some big shift, but that's the way the trend is going.
So soon Saudis are going to start asking for
they already have
instead of USD.
No, listen. So what happened in Saudi, there's a civil war in Saudi Arabia right now between the royal families. I don't know if you've heard.
Yeah, bits and pieces.
Sure. Yeah. You've heard so I don't know who's on whose side, but obviously it's the China money versus the American money.
Oh, shit.
No shit. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know what the details, who's who, what, blah, blah, blah. All I know is that Saudi Arabia... Okay, here's another... ISIS is funded by Israel and Saudi Arabia, according to like a lot of people that I haven't like really dug deep into it, but that's what it seems to be.
Why? Like, what is their end goal to fund that? Like, what?
To destabilize the area so that Israel can expand and Saudi can expand.
Oh, okay.
So you tear the place up, create chaos, and then come in as the savior.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
So you fund ISIS, right?
Yeah.
And they tear shit up, and they say, "Oh, look at these crazy guys. We need to go in there and kill them, and then set up a government."
Mm-hmm.
Which is, again, you can look into history, but this is like CIA textbook 101.
CIA textbook 101. Yeah.
It's not fun. Like, yeah, it's kind of the 100% the truth.
Yeah, I could.
So, like, I don't know where okay. So, where does that lead us, right? So, Iran doesn't like this shit, okay? Iran wants nuclear weapons. Because once you have nuclear weapons, you can't do shit. You gonna try bullying me? Alright, I'm gonna fucking nuke you. How do you like that? No one will try to bully you anymore. That's why North Korea was on this ardent path to getting nukes. And they finally got nukes. Now watch. I think North Korea will like start to see some serious development within the next 25 years. But yeah, that's the only deterrent from the machine. I don't know. The military industrial complex. I don't know. So deep in conspiracies, but again, Korea is an example of it. That South Korea is an example of the military industrial complex. Taiwan is an example of the military industrial complex. I don't really have sides, because you know what, technically I should, if it was forced upon me, there was a war, obviously I have to side with the West. I speak fucking English, you know what I mean? But
you speak Korean too.
Yeah, but it's just the whole thing is just fucked, man. And what's the end game? I don't know with the Middle East and shit, but with Korea, the only reason like America entered Korea was because at the end of the day, they want to control the Chinese markets, man. You got 1.8 billion smart people. Like, that's the entry, right? That's the peninsula in. And that is always a chess piece that will be on the table for the Western powers, right?
Yeah.
Taiwan, Korea. No matter how big and fat China gets and how powerful, you've always got that stalemate piece there, you know? So it's like, this is geopolitical chess, like on a very grand scale that's like unfolding within like 50-year timelines, 100-year timelines. These things are happening so slowly that the general person is just slugging away at their job. They don't have a fucking clue what's going on. But
yeah, that's me, man.
It's everyone. But that's what it is, man. But that's like, so right now Iran wants nukes. They don't have nukes yet. So again, I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos that are saying that you might see a war between Israel and Iran soon, because North Korea, that's done. They've got nukes.
Yeah,
they won't go in there. They'll do whatever they can, but it's finished, man.
So what triggered off Iran wanting nukes?
Because
they were only able to develop nuclear. Look,
Iraq, Libya, Syria, Afghanistan, all their neighbors are getting murked.
Yeah, by
Israel and America.
But when you're so close, you can't even nuke the person like right beside you.
Oh, it's the, what's the game? It's the
kamikaze games. Like what?
The mutually assured destruction.
Oh.
Yeah, you come at me, we both die.
Oh,
so don't come at me.
I see.
That's what North Korea has, and guarantee you, any smart person. And again, and this was all like kind of like proven by Libya, because Libya used to have nuclear weapons, but they like gave them up. They're like, oh, we're nice now, we don't need them, and then boom, Gaddafi got murked. You know. Oh, another tidbit: Saddam Hussein. Oh, so many pieces. Gaddafi wanted to create an African currency, a gold-backed African, I think it was called the African Real or something like that. And he would start to sell oil, effectively breaking the USD monopoly. Got murked.
Yeah.
Saddam Hussein was working on a deal with selling oil in euro, I believe. Got murked.
Yeah, because they just started claiming that they had weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, it's all bullshit, man.
Plants.
They just went in and destroyed a fucking place. If you like, and you know what? I don't know. Anyways, it's all madness right now, and yeah, it's all madness. All madness. We might see World War III. Maybe. But it's fucking like there might be a mega cyber attack that cause like that's like the new 9/11 because they need some shit to like
kind of reset.
Kind of, yeah. Just like put in some new systems, you know, because it seems as though a lot of shit is like busting loose right now, right? Yeah. So that's why a lot of people are saying like, at least a lot of things I'm reading, people, one big cyber attack, murk everyone. Yeah, all right, you're under the grid now, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then introduce like, anyways, deep, but that's fact. The petrodollar.
Yeah.
That's again. This is how I'm saying this is all like kind of connected in a sense. Like we play chess with our coworkers. Our overlords are playing chess as well. You know, they play games, and right now it seems as though there are big boy games being played.
There's big moves happening right now.
Big boy games being played right now, right?
Cryptocurrency is shaking up the world, man.
Yeah, and I don't think. Again, I don't buy the shit about this is for. Yeah, I love the ideals. You own your own money. Blah blah blah. I think we had this conversation. Who the fuck is Satoshi Nakamoto? Yeah. Right. I don't buy it, man.
Mr. Satoshi.
Yeah, like this is. Yeah, this is. I don't think he was just some nice Japanese guy. Let's put it that way. I think this is again like some institution making a play on a bigger institution trying to take over the currency system.
And it picked up like I don't know, like 15 years. When did the first Bitcoin come out? In like
2009.
2009. It picked up like 8 years later.
After the financial crisis.
Yeah.
So the reason it started was because the financial crisis. Mm-hmm. Like that's like the catalyst that triggered it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who the fuck is that? Right. But I'll tell you one thing that's interesting, man. Did you know like a lot of the same people that like a lot of wars are financed? Both sides of wars are financed by the same people. Like a lot of times in history, like for example,
no, I didn't. I didn't know
like,
that.
Like let's say, like, yeah, a lot of times
they're just selling weapons to both sides, and then
they're making money.
They're hacking it out.
Right. This is kind of a war in a way. You know what I mean? This is a currency war, so it wouldn't shock me if it's all just coming from the same hand. Right, and they just realize that this isn't working. So you remember when I said maybe this is the beta test to the fucking.
To the future.
To the 2.0 economy where everything is... You can't do shit without someone knowing about it. You know? Everything is on the blockchain, but it's not anonymous anymore. Everything is on the blockchain. You have a serial number. Every transaction you make goes into the blockchain so that it is in the ledger for history. That's some next level, right? So like, let's say a slight chink on the Bitcoin. The Bitcoin doesn't work. You've released the monster technology for the fucking chip is gonna go in, and that's it. That's your net worth. If you stay in the grid, I think that's what's gonna happen. That's your value. That's your net worth. That number on the blockchain is gonna be everything.
Fuck.
And if the Bitcoin don't work, it's gonna be in. Someone's gonna control that tap, man. Just like it does now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's fucking deep, man.
Right?
That is a mind fuck.
And here's the thing.
Oh, Lord.
Here's the thing. Who the fuck is Satoshi Nakamoto? Right?
We might never know. We might actually until it blows up.
Here's my theory.
If it blows up.
Here's my theory. If this is an institution and they play, if I was an institution, how I would play it. I would let the OGs die. Legit die. Okay? And then you die. I'm an institution, I don't die. So you just pass it on. After a generation or two, okay, now we reveal it.
Take over.
Take over!
Oh, man.
You know what I mean? And then what's the price of Bitcoin by then? Oh, goodness gracious. 1 Bitcoin is probably like very, very valuable at that point. right? Everyone's forgotten. The OGs, like, this is just some Bible story. This is like Adam and Eve, right? Not Adam and Eve, but this is like Hitler. You have no reference to Hitler but some book that you read, right?
Yeah.
Or like, this is like Henry Ford. Just some guy, oh yeah, I have Ford cars, you know? You have no reference to like actually seeing how the world changed around you, right? How like people started to use automobiles and the history behind that, the soap opera that was going on behind that.
Jesus.
You have no idea. It's just you're born into a system, right? Yeah. Just like how we were born into the petrodollar.
Yeah.
We didn't fucking know. Before that, it was backed by gold. I'm not saying like currency should be backed by gold, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've read a lot of people say that's gonna have its own set of problems, but it's just it's not something that we knew about, and it's just not a talking point that was ever really in our life. You know, it was just money, right? Goes deep, man. Goes really deep.
That is a wonderment.
Right?
That's just the shit that's like, do I want to go down these
crazy
rabbit holes and just like explore? Because like, I'm much better off like not knowing about these things.
Probably a bit of both, right?
Yeah.
I think like if you go too deep, like let's say you have it right. Let's say you're right about everything. No one's gonna fucking listen to you. They're just gonna go, you're a nut job.
Yeah, it's too intense.
It's only when you're proven right and you're dead, they're like, oh shit, that guy was right.
Yeah.
You know, and that's how it is. So maybe you're onto something like.
Well, you got to water it down somehow. See, if you water down the truth, then the masses will. Well, I'm not saying that's the truth,
man.
Yeah,
I'm not
I know.
Saying, but this is like this is another theory that's. The petrodollar is not a theory. That's fact. Mm-hmm. That in order to buy oil, you need US dollars.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Yeah, that's fact. Petrodollar that is shit. Fact. That is fact. Okay, all the other underlying stuff with like Israel, Saudi Arabia, ISIS. This is all like conspiracy, not heavy evidence for. But yeah. Anyways, so deep, so many conspiracies, but it's crazy. Crazy.
Strange times we currently live in.
Yeah, I think it was always... You know what I think it is, man? I think there was always a Game of Thrones going on. But now there's the internet where, like, in the past, like, plebs like us, we were never content creators.
Yeah.
We were just content, like, receivers. And it's so much easier for, like, the overlords. You know, overlords or like people in power or people that control these levers, right? Now we're the creators as well, right? So it's like all this information is getting out there. So yeah, I think it's kind of probably always kind of been like that. Like there's always been this crazy class system that we're just, it's getting better, you know, less and less visible, right? How much of it, but this class system has always been there.
It's never gonna disappear. Like you might get blurred into it, and you just won't. Like if you don't take a step back, you're not gonna realize it.
True. Yeah. Definitely. Like even with like, if you think about how much our life has changed since like, let's 1999 for example.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you showed me the most advanced mobile phone in 1999, I'd be like, whoa. Like, we have Bitcoin now, right? Like, probably, like, color phone is, like, the prime item on the block.
You're right. Color phones, yeah. Right? Before it was just black and white.
Dude, this thing is getting so nuts, man. It, like, the pace, chip in the brain, man.
Chip in the brain, everyone's just going to be lining up. Getting their fucking brains chipped.
Or how about the minute you're born?
Yeah, well, just like for the people that have already been born, then it'd be a lineup for chips. Like man, then there would be a revolution, man. Like people wouldn't want to like get their brain chip.
No, the government would like just like how they vaccine your kid right away, right? I'm not saying vaccines are bad, but at one point they didn't shoot some crazy shit into your baby. They just had a baby. And they're like, cool.
Off you go, yeah.
See ya, you know? And there was a administration process, right? Where they were like, oh, there was like some fight back. They're like, why the fuck you injecting this shit into my child? And eventually, those people died. And then there was a whole new generation that was, the babies were injected right off the bat. And they grew into adults. And then they had babies. And they were like, oh yeah, that's just the way it is.
That's true. That's how I was brought up. Yeah, that's just it.
So, like, man, just boom, right off the bat. You're born, boom, chip in the brain.
Yeah.
Or chip in somewhere, right?
Yeah.
And that's standard. Okay, maybe not for like 100 years, but eventually, like, if we don't fight it, you know?
It'll just be the norm. It'll be like, why? There wouldn't be a why. It'd be like, that's just it.
Like passports, for example. Mm-hmm. What the fuck is a passport? You know what I mean? Like, why can't I just go
across the world?
Why can't I just go past the river?
Yeah.
Right?
To the States.
Does that make sense? Like, I don't know when was this shit, all these crazy borders starting to get implemented, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? At some point or another, they were like, America, Canada, there's no, like, none of this crazy stuff. Like, it was just, okay, cool, do your thing. But now it's like...
Yeah, like 200 years ago, man. Some shit like that.
And then, now it's just, oh yeah, do you have a passport? You don't have a passport? You know what I mean? It's like, hey man, like, we're going to the States. It's like, you have a passport? Like, do you have your passport ready? It's just like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Passport day check, please. Do you remember?
Yeah. Yo, I don't even want to go there, man. There's so many videos about, like, Israel and shit like that, man. Bad. So many videos.
I've seen a handful of them. I was like, wow, this is fucked, man.
This is fucking crazy, right?
Passport day. Oh, no, you can't go. What do you mean?
Man, there's some shit going on right now, man. There's some shit going on right now, man. I don't know if the U.S. Do you follow interest rates?
The bank interest rates?
Yeah, there's supposed to be, the Fed's making an announcement today. I
thought they just raised it for the first time.
No, like that they're supposed to say officially today.
Stating.
Yeah, interest rate for third time this year. Beautiful. 47 minutes ago.
That it bumped?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah. So
to what?
I don't know. I just know that my U.S. dollars are worth more than my Canadian dollars.
Oh yeah.
So I get more Canadian dollars for my U.S. dollars. I'm a fan, man. Whenever this happens, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, boy. Fuck it.
Because you're fucking living on USDs. My brother's probably a fan of that too because he gets paid in USDs.
Yeah. Well, as long as he moves it to Canada, right?
Because he has to pay his mortgage. His mortgage is here in Canada.
Why?
He has a house.
How the fuck does that work, man?
Because he bought a house here and then he moved to the States to work full time.
Oh,
so all his investments are like in Canadian.
So does he pay rent over there? That's kind of
he pays rent there. He's not gonna buy. He already bought. Yeah, it's like $2,000, like $2,000 USD a month, man.
For rent?
For like a little room.
What about his mortgage then?
Oh, his mortgage is like peanuts to him.
Oh, true.
Yeah. True. It's way less than $2,000 a month for the mortgage. I would say it's like 800 Canadian.
True. Yeah, that's nice, right?
Yeah.
That's nice. Yeah, America raised interest rates today. Hey, man, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Jesus. But like I was saying, there's a lot of... The world economy is shifting to the east, right?
Yeah, it's been.
But there's going to be like an event that's like, okay. You know? Just like how World War I or II kind of sunk the British Empire.
Yeah.
And that was, America started to rise from there, right?
That's true.
There should be
There's going to be a big...
I'm not saying a war, but there'll be some catalyst that will be, okay, now it's like our turn. And I'm pretty sure that will be China.
Yeah, it's China's turn to rule the world.
It's kind of scary, man. Because China is like...
They've been saying that. Yeah, they have been saying that.
That's kind of scary. Like, I'm a fan, but kind of scared too. Like, because they don't give a fuck, man. Here's the difference between China and America. they're both like big bullies and blah blah blah. But America's like, oh, you poor minority group. Why do you bully this poor minority? You know? And they come in and they murk an ass. You know?
Murk an ass.
Yeah.
McDonald's everywhere.
Yeah, they murk you and then they set up a government.
Yeah.
At least they have the pretense.
Mm-hmm.
There's value in that pretense. Does that make sense?
No,
there is. Listen, I'm going to explain to you why. Because it's so much more extreme when you're just so blatant about it. Like, okay, so like, let's say you cause a scale of pain to like, there's 1 to 10. If you're like trying to bullshit around it, you'll cause like 3 out of 10. Because 10 out of 10 will cause too much attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
You won't go so crazy. Because it's too bait. You're like, oh, but the minority. You know what I mean? But the minority group. Right? That's like your group. That's your reason you're in there.
Yeah.
But the minute a government's like, no, we don't give a fuck. That's like genocide land, man.
Yeah.
We don't give a fuck. See ya. You know? That's like when you start stepping into like genocide territory and like just crazy extreme to get to a goal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so you feel like China is on that genocide mentality?
Not genocide, just prone to do very extreme things. Because America will do it, but they'll be like, But like, let's say enough people are like, no, that's bullshit. You can't do that. This is what you're really trying to do. And they're like, oh, okay, you know? But right off the bat, if they're like, no, this is what we're going to do. We're just going to fucking kill you. Deal with it. Suck our nuts. Then you're like, because America could do that, right?
Yeah.
Right? If they wanted to. They're just like, I don't know, fuck you. Like, we'll nuke you. Like, no. Like, we'll do whatever the hell we want. We have the biggest, we are 300 pounds with an 8-pack for no reason. You are... Starving child.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's a difference there. That's kind of what would scare me at the least because, but at the same time, like, maybe that's just all propaganda. Right? Maybe it's always been like that. Maybe America is the one that really doesn't give you know what I mean? Maybe it's just my...
Debatable.
It's all debatable.
Yeah.
But do you see where I'm coming from?
I see where you're coming from.
Where it's like, when you don't even try to like hide it, try to be like good guy government.
Try to be like humanistic.
Yeah, when you don't even like try to be like pretend to be good guy government, and you're just like, no, we are like, don't give a fuck. You need us. You want to eat? Then that's like, we're starting to step into like really scary territory. You know what I mean?
Guess we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But that nation state is way more efficient and way more powerful
with the takeover.
That's right. So so like for example, if you just look at the raw stats, a nation like that where they don't give a fuck will produce. Right? Will produce for you. But it's debatable.
Yeah.
As towards what is production? It's all debatable. It's all you know where I'm coming from, though, right? It's way more efficient.
Yeah.
You know, way more efficient. You're gonna get better results, right? Yeah. But what is your measuring stick?
Yeah, it all depends on that.
So,
that could go, for sure.
So yeah, it's kind of scary. Just like having Asian. Imagine working for an Asian guy. Just imagine, okay, you have white guys in charge, like pretty chill. You're like, all right, whatever. Like, yeah, you fucked up. All right, give you another chance. And then like imagine Asian guy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, way tougher.
Way more cutthroat, right? You fucked up? All right, earn your way back. See ya. Go back to the bottom. Bring yourself back. Next time you're here, don't fuck up.
Oh, man.
That's China style. That's Korea style. You know?
Yeah, man.
When the lights shine, perform or else. There's the next guy. Because we got a population of 1.6 billion. And if you don't want to roll with us,
we'll find another.
Back of the line, buddy.
Yeah, man. Oh, shit. We're so babied by the Western culture.
Well, our population is so small. Like, Canada is such, like... You know that's what I mean? True. UPS drivers get paid $30 an hour.
Damn.
Plus, like, time and a half after 8.
Yeah.
You're making... You know what I mean? It's real wages for a guy that's just driving a truck.
Mm-hmm.
In India... Yo, bro, you don't want to drive 18 hours on crazy mountain roads? See ya, next guy. It's the reality of it, though, right?
Yeah, for
it's the reality of it. It's the reality, and again, it's gonna go back. Again, it kind of connects to the pretenses and stuff like that. So, like, let's say as an employer, you're like, you don't even you're like, oh yeah, I'm a good boss, man. You want to come work for me? Yeah, man. I'll give you time off. You know what I mean? But then you work for him and he's just like slightly fucking you. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah. No, I need you to stay longer, man. You know what I mean? As opposed to, buddy, come here. That's your salary. Jimmy, come here. Jimmy.
Yes, boss.
Jimmy.
Hey.
Do you want this salary? Yeah. Does it look nice? Because that's his salary. And he doesn't want to do all this bullshit. Jimmy, did you want this salary? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. And that's kind of like the perspective. I think it brings it personalizes it more, right? Both are fucking you. Yeah. But one is at least pretending to care about you.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of something I heard earlier. It was like, oh man, I was like, I can't wait to go on vacation. I wish we had more vacation days. Yeah. And you're just like, when you're here, the boss to the employee, when you're here, you're on vacation. You're on vacation from poverty.
That's what he said? To one of your workers?
No. Oh. It's a line from a show. Oh. How dirty is that line?
Yeah.
It was from like it was a Taiwanese boss. I forgot. Fresh Off the Boat. It's from Fresh Off the Boat.
Man, so there you funny. Go, man. There you go, man. There you go. There you go.
We are on vacation.
In developing countries with high population, it's kind of like that.
Yeah, work is their vacation from poverty, man. Otherwise, they're gonna be like, what are you gonna eat? Like here, it's easy to get a job, but there's so much people there that you're fighting for food.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
You're fighting for food. You're fighting for space.
Again, yeah. I think I've made a compelling point, right? Yeah. About at least pretending to give a fuck. That's
true. So there's just more. It's just not as cutthroat, man. It's just not. It's just because first world country, I would say.
Whatever I think that's a big factor. Whatever it is. Yeah, maybe China, Korea, they develop to the point that they're like they pretend to give a fuck about you. Mm-hmm. Because I know back in industrial days, you had children working in you've seen those pictures, right? So maybe I could see it too, right? But right now, the thing is, Asian people are just really hardcore and they're result driven. Very much so result driven.
It's genetically encoded as well as embedded in the culture.
So result driven is very it's more about the ends. And the means to the end don't matter as much.
There's no HR. What's HR?
A home run. Oh, we got home run.
Yeah, you go home, you stay home, don't come back to work.
You run home, you don't come back. Home run.
Jimmy, come here. Do a job for you.
Jimmy, you
Fuck, man.
There's no joke, right? It's the reality of it there.
That's how it is.
Right?
That's why our parents immigrated, man. Probably.
It's true.
For a better life for the children, man, because they know how cutthroat it was, how competitive it was.
Yes, but in the same extreme, you have the fucking little princes that
they're balling out because they're all running through that government black money.
Just USDs, man.
Yeah, when they come over.
They've got the petrodollars.
Yeah, they're the Chinaman's, like the fucking 16-year-old Chinaman's driving their Ferraris, and you're just like, yo, what the fuck, man?
Yo, yeah, Larry was telling me like about like the people in crypto in China. He's like, there's so many young kids and they have fucking money. And I was like, yeah, you know what, their dollar counts is just the same as mine. So
yeah,
dumb money or smart money don't make a difference.
Yeah,
you know?
Man.
Market movers are market movers, you know.
Yeah. Fuck, I feel like my job is making me more and more risk averse as a human being.
Yeah, you're a fucking accountant. What the fuck do you think?
Man, but you know, that's so not me, you know?
What do you...
I thought I was...
You know, man. Yo, Brian, I'm not gonna lie to you. If it would be cool... Yo, actually, I would come to you as, like, if I needed, like, accounting advice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you shouldn't, because
No,
I don't know
listen, I would, because you're my boy. But, like, let's say, like, for example... Do you remember when I was having those legal situations?
Mm.
I had 3 lawyers set up. Okay, one guy was like smoking an e-cig. I was like, oh, you like to smoke e-cigs? But my dad was like, what the fuck kind of professional smokes an e-cig in front of his client?
Yeah, it's retarded.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, true, Dad, you got a point. So like the one I settled with was very clean. I'm like, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's because like I could kind of put my faith in that. If I had tax issues and boom, full sleeve guy. Yeah, I'll take care of all this stuff. Don't worry about it. And then I see, you know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I would come to you because I know you as a boy, but it's your flavor.
Well, I would say I don't fit my career appearance-wise or...
Well, your appearance is like your
Personality-wise.
expression. This is like art, right? This is who you are coming out into. You're communicating that to the external world. That's what I think like swag and like fashion is, right? It's expression. But when you're a professional, you gotta hone that shit in.
Yeah. I keep it real, man. When I go to work, oh fuck, actually I went to work like this.
Anyways, you see what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, I picked the guy that I was like, oh, I feel like this guy doesn't have a second side to him.
Mm-hmm. Like, this is what he's about. This is his career.
As dull as a person, like, as uninteresting as that person is, maybe to talk to and, like, to explore their mind, results-wise, they probably do a damn good job.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
Whenever you want someone that kind of eats,
That's what
breathes,
they do.
sleeps. That's what they do. You don't want someone that part-time does it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'm a part-time accountant.
Kind of. Not really. Not yet.
Yet? Fuck,
Not
I'm
yet.
fucking there, man. Mentally, I'm like checked out of work.
But
I still do it. I still do it.
Man.
I got to put food on the table. And it makes the most sense for me to do this job because
Yo, honestly though,
I'm
man,
geared
like
for it. I don't know what else I would do.
No, but like that's again, you gotta pay off. You gotta get liquid first. You gotta be able to
I gotta
float.
get my first.
But
my
yo, honestly,
first pot of
I'm not
pot
gonna
of gold.
help you, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Having liabilities like for a long time will not.
Yeah, you sink into it.
Well, not that. It's kind of like you're kind of obliged to work it now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your wings are clipped. You can't just do what the fuck ever you want. You're like, oh no, I
can't roll into things and say, where will I land?
Yeah.
Because you know, have you ever heard the saying that when you're up, you tend to act more conservative, and when you're down, you tend to act more liberal? Like, this is a gambling thing. So when you've got something, you tend to try to protect it.
Yeah, yes.
And when you're down, you'll do reckless things to get it back.
You're way more reckless. Yeah,
right?
100%. I agree.
I think you're in the position, you're already on the winning side.
Yeah.
But you might have gotten there too early.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
In the sense that, like...
I got comfortable too fast, man.
Not
in like, terms of... It is. Comfortability plays a big part.
Yeah.
Like, I could do what I do every day for the rest of my fucking life, and I'll be like okay, I'll be fine.
But is that your personality?
It isn't though. That's the thing. So I'm like fucking mind fucked right now.
True. Well.
And I'll end up doing stupid things that'll cost me more.
Yeah, I know.
As an outlet, my outlet of like doing stupid shit is still there. Like I'll do stupid shit.
You know.
And then I'll just get booked for it, for instance, and I'll end up paying like for something.
I don't know, man, but it's tough because you've already had like I've never had a nice job before, right? Like I've never don't know what that's like, and I don't think it would be easy for me to go back to like not knowing because I've just always been in the ether. Does that make sense? Yeah. That's just me. That's just who I am.
I know.
Does that make sense?
It makes total sense. I know. I understand. I feel like I was made, like personality-wise, I was made to do that as well. I was made to be in the ether.
Maybe that's what your fabric is.
Yeah, that's how my fabric. That's what I'm cut from. But like somehow I managed to like jump some hoops and get myself a fucking like a white collar, like comfy, cushy job.
I think if, for example, let's say I fall flat on my face and I get to 30, and then by 35 I'm where you're at, I've made it in life.
What do you mean? So you...
Let's say I Bitcoin zero. I'm just broke. Heroin addict, whatever. Some shit happens, right?
Throw that in
just there. The garbage, right? Yeah, I'm in the gutter, okay? And I bring or like whatever it is. I'm not stable. I bring myself back, and then finally after that, from being in the gutter, I go to Deloitte and I made it in life. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's, I guess, kind of like what I'm trying to say. It's more about the journey than the destination, right? So like, let's say like if you had already started from this position, but you've only moved up this much, then it doesn't feel like you moved that much. But like, let's say you were here like me, and then you go gadoosh, and then now you're here, you feel good about yourself. Make sense?
Mm-hmm. That's a heavy statement.
On a statistical percentage, you may accumulate way more money than me. Probably, if we just put it into an Excel sheet. Maybe in one column, my stats are like completely skewed because of this Bitcoin, and for 4 months I ran this business that did pretty well, right?
Yeah.
But does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does.
So like this is like kind of like time value of money kind of stuff, right? It is. But this is my personality, right?
Yeah.
For example, I kind of like you know, man, when you were in school, did you ever have like people be like, "Yo, enjoy this because like this is the best time you'll ever have"?
No.
No one ever told you that while you were in university?
Everyone hated school, man.
Okay, true. Yeah. Well, I heard that a lot, man, and that kind of scared the shit out of me because I didn't like school that much.
Yeah.
Right? I was like, what the fuck? Like, and it really got to me.
Yeah.
It really got to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, if this is the best, and that's what triggered my first move to go to Korea and teach English there, and then go on this trip, and came back, and I was just schlepping around. It's not like I'm some fucking Larry, go off to Shanghai and trade futures and shit. No, I'm just some average shit. You know what I mean?
Fucking Larry.
I'm just some average shit, and like at the best, if I do really, really well, I get a 2-garage house with with a wife that makes 80% of what I do, 2 German cars that are less than 3 years old, and a couple kids, maybe a dog, and some nice credit scores, right?
Yeah, your fucking imagination's hilarious. Yeah.
No, that's the reality of it.
Yeah.
And I saw that into the future. I was like, that's why people say that's the best, because that's your payoff. Because you did everything right. You're like, okay, you're running right. Okay, dodge this bullet. Like, fuck, check mark. Good. Okay, we're here now. Okay, dodge this bullet. No divorce. Okay, kid's not like, no MS. You know what I mean?
Multiple sclerosis. Kids are retarded. Right. We're okay. All right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But then you get there and
there's nothing.
All those guys come up to me. All the maid guys, they're like, yo, enjoy that shit in school because that's the best. Like, what the fuck, man? Like the maid guys at my church, the guys that are maid, their wives have like fucking bags, and like their wives are like, oh, I need a part-time job because I'm so bored at home because I don't know what to do with my life because everything is set up for me because my husband is a baller. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? These guys. Yeah. And they're the ones coming up to me and they're like, yo, enjoy your time.
That fucked with their shit, eh?
Yeah, fucked with me, man.
Fucked with their shit.
Yeah, that fucked with me, man.
I got that sometimes. It'd be like, but they would be like younger. They'd be like, enjoy your school time because like once work, it's you're in there for the rest of your life. You're working for the rest of your life. Right. School has been like 22 years of your life since being born. Enjoy it. That's a limited time. As long as the time period that might seem like it's limited. Yeah. And I do miss social aspects of school. There'd be like, oh, fuck, I wish I was in school sometimes because I could just fuck off, not go to class, and just chill with my boys for the day.
That's true.
Maybe go work out.
It's the fact that everyone's fucking off, too.
Yeah, right? And like your whole, all your friends are there, too.
See, that's an issue with being in the ether space. Bro, you have no one that relates to you, man.
Yeah, very few.
Dude, do you remember like February or some shit like that? Mm-hmm. Early. Where I was fucking working for UPS and like, okay, I'd made some money like with the first thing I'd done, but I was just constantly dipping into it, man. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And not knowing, dude, it's fucking, and then like, who the fuck can relate to you, you know? Yeah. And then even now, I'm at the point, it's always no one fucking can relate to you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? So.
But that's okay.
In a sense.
That's okay.
In a sense, because, yeah, it's assuring when Bitcoin goes to $18,000, you feel really nice, right? But there's other instances where I thought this was going to be my future career. This was going to be the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. And within 4 months, like, gone. And then now I'm driving a fucking truck in the middle of I started in Christmas season.
Wow.
For UPS. Fuck. Because that's when it gets heavy. You remember I sent you that text like UPS picking up deliveries? That's when I started because they needed people.
Shit.
Yeah, and now I was here doing this. I was like, what the fuck happened? You know what I mean? Like, yeah. So fucking delivering ND mattresses on these and then that just became my life, man. Yeah. After like 5 months, right? It was just what I did. And I wouldn't say like here's the thing with me, man. I never really expect much. The minute I get something, I'm cashing out and going traveling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I never expected to make like all this crazy money or have like a, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I always kept, if this, like I was like, fuck, yeah, if UPS is it, if I have to do it, then I'll fucking do it, you know?
Yeah, man, fuck, same as me. Like, I don't really look too far down the road. I'm very simpleton. Like, if I have this amount of money,
I don't know what the fuck you're doing at. Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta pay this debt off, school off, try to make a nice capital gain on this, and from what you're saying, and then reassess if that's where you seem like you want to go, right? And then reassess. But again, like,
it's like, should I jump into another career and see if I'll like it? I feel like no matter what job / career I go into, it's going to be the same attitude, especially in this realm that I am equipped for, which is like accounting, finance.
I don't know, man. I don't know what to say, man. I don't want to give you like, see, it's risk averseness. How risk tolerant. I think that's a better word.
What your risk appetite is.
Yes. Like, are you okay with like, I don't know. Dude, I'll put it to you this way. You can lose, you can only have $100 in the world. I honestly believe this in my bank account. But as long as I show people that like, I'm like really in need of help, I think I can get myself out of it. Really. Because people will be there to help you as long as you come correct. No matter what, I think. And this is something I experienced while traveling mostly. that no matter what, like, if you really do need the help, I'd say 9 out of 10 people aren't trying to fuck you.
Yeah.
It's when it's non-personal, when the fucking becomes like distant, like it's just, you know what I mean, like clicking a button, but like face to face, looking someone in the eye, it's very, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
So like, you only have $100, you'll still eat, probably still be warm. As long as you don't have some crazy drug addiction, I think you can pick yourself back up.
Mm-hmm.
To the point that at least, okay, you're not some crazy 2 garage man with German car and 2 kids and very nice credit score.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But your basics are covered. Hopefully you have someone that loves you,
mm-hmm.
that cares about you. And that's the general pleb life. As opposed to...
That sounds terrible, man. The general pleb life.
Yeah, but...
That sounds so shit.
But it's just...
It's weird.
You know what, though? It's only a step above, I think, having... the 2 garage and the 2 garage and the kid and the blah 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 blah, you know, it's only incrementally better, and the only reason these guys know that they're doing well is because of these guys,
is by looking left and right.
God.
Man,
at the end of the day, the overhead is the same. Nothing has changed.
That's the thing, man.
Nothing has changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only fundamental difference is maybe these guys are asset holders. Probably not, though, because the timeline on this is too crazy. 20 years. Whatever the mortgage is, right? Are they holding any sort of asset? Are they net positive? Or are they net negative? Because 95% of people are net negative. Right?
Yeah.
Only once you're net positive can you actually have some freedom to move or have... But scary net positive... is only having $5 in your bank account is still net positive, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Very terrifying situation, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, you have a lot of people that are willing to go net negative for the next 10 to 15, 20 years for the comfort of the overhead.
Shit, man.
Right? And then this is what it comes down to. And for me, going back to the original point, if I only had $100 in my account, I think I can, as long as I don't have some crazy drug addiction, I think I can bounce out of it.
I know you can.
Like as long as I don't have some crazy drug addiction.
Yeah.
But typically you'll find the people that are like $100 in their bank account have some sort of crazy drug addiction.
Yeah, like you're mentally sound.
There's something just pounding your money. Especially here in Canada, right?
Yeah.
Like, government sets it up for you so that you're going to have a roof over your head, kind of, right? So now you're just incrementally better. Yeah. So, you know, you're young once. I don't know. But I think that's like, how risk tolerant are you? But here's the thing. For me, I realize this scale is the highest when I'm young.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes sense because I have very small liabilities. Yeah, I can have a job. But we're going to go deep now. Why do most people have jobs? To eat.
Yeah, put
but
food on.
We're now past that point, right? That's the lingo shit saying. Really, if you don't have a job, you'll still eat. That's the fact. I know this from experience. Okay? Because there's certain buttons you can push in this country that make sense, right? So, you'll eat. That's bullshit. Okay?
Roof overhead, shelter's next, I guess.
You can live in the ghetto, co-op housing. Still got a roof over your head. You're gonna live with crack people, and but roof over your head, done. Yeah. Okay. Why do you work? It's all to set up a family, man. This is the reality.
Which isn't part of my goals at all. It's like not even.
No, it's just not a good deal right now. I think if it was more, the overhead wasn't so crazy and there wasn't so much crazy risk involved, I think it's much more of an appealing thing. But we've gotten to the point, like, once you have a child, like, Oh my gosh, man. Like, you should see some of the kids at my church, man.
Oh, really?
They're so coddled, right?
Yeah,
like, the way
spoiled.
I was raised, like, it was like, you're the kid, you do the fucking work. You know, like, we have stuff to move. It's like, yo, daddy and mommy are adults. You're the child. You do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, kind of, now it's like, oh, did you eat your B12? Make sure. You know what I mean? It's craziness, right? I think it's just like it's getting tougher and tougher to be a dude in Canada.
What? Why?
Because it's hard to explain.
Oh, you're trying to explain this one.
I don't know.
It's getting tougher and tougher to be a dude in Canada.
Because I think less and less decisions are being made. In the past, at least, I don't know. It's hard to explain.
I'm trying
If
to
the wife has control, at least half the say in the money, and full say in the house, what are you?
Oh, you're nothing. You're less than a pleb.
There you go.
Oh, is that the case that you're seeing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
I see a lot of lap dogs, man.
That's bad.
But at the same time, maybe this is just the new way of the world, right? This is just the way of, I know that's not me, though.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's not me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know eventually I'll slap a bitch.
Yeah, some people.
For real.
Yeah, that's the thing. I wouldn't be able to stomach that for a split second.
Not let alone
a lifetime.
A lifetime. On top of that, financially hooked into it. And if I fuck up, it's the end of me.
Yeah, you're pretty much fucked.
It's craziness, man. It's and again, I see the female side where it's like, okay, look at history. Yes, I think being a female in Canada is very, very, I would feel very, very comfortable as opposed to many places in the world. But right now, as a young guy looking around, it's not a very appealing place to be.
But that's because they chose that route. Like the dudes, they knew, unless they didn't know what the fuck they were in for, then they're retarded.
Yeah.
But they know, like, let's say you're dating a girl and you don't see those red flags going down that route, like you're a fucking idiot. Been together with this girl for like
a lot of my personal things are coming from church. And I think church people are very different from like standard people. In the sense like these Yeah. So maybe like, you know what I'm saying?
they are different.
Like
it is
a lot of these guys, I'd be surprised if some of these people haven't ever, before marriage.
Oh, abstinence?
Complete abstinence.
No fucking way, man. Some church people you hear that.
No hand jobs,
man.
no blow jobs.
No way.
Yeah, no.
Wow, that was whipped. They're just whipped. They're just like, they're living sad lives.
I don't know. Again, it's all debatable.
That's worse
it's
than
all
domesticating a dog.
It's all time will tell, though.
That's worse than cutting off a dog's balls, man.
All time will tell. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and then like no, and then like this is the guys that are in relationships, the ones that are actually married and have kids. I'm like,
yo, they fucking does it seem like they hate their lives?
No.
Then that means they're okay with it.
Yeah,
they're the type of folks that are like, this is my position in life, and this is what I opted for.
Certain ones.
So that's just how they were wired, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They're wired to be whipped.
They seem to be okay.
Yeah,
like they seem
wired
to be okay with it.
For people like that.
Yeah, I guess so.
We'll never be able to comprehend how. But there are other dudes in Canada that are able to stomach being whipped, and they're down for that for the rest of their lives.
I don't know. Whipped is like, I don't know. Anyways,
it is whipped. Like, what do you like? It's completely
whipped. You can just
whipped.
tell like who caught. Like, I don't know. Yeah. But maybe that's just the way.
They're not wearing the pants in the relationship.
But I would, when I look around and I look, because I have a couple examples. And then there are guys that aren't whipped, but you can tell there's a lot of tension there in that household.
And they're married and they have kids. Oh, yeah. 100%.
Like between the wife and the
fucking screwed, man.
You know? Between the wife and the husband, like they're fighting.
So there's the two options. You either want a lot of conflict if you want to stand your ground, or you want to be fucking whipped and just surrender and live a more peaceful life.
Yeah.
How about neither? I'm just gonna do me with my dog.
I don't know, man.
And be free.
I don't know, man. But then I don't know. I don't think that's the way.
The thing.
I don't think that's the way you do it either, man.
Yeah, I know. So
I think that's the way you do it. You get whipped. I think that's the right way.
That's not the right way, man. I've seen it.
You know what? The kids are good.
My dad was fucking not wearing the pants, man. True. He got screwed over so hard. And then I think I got PTSD from that. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to end up like him.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucked up, especially in Canada, man.
Yeah, man, because it's just like, especially in the Asian traditional culture, it's like once you're married, you're together for life. There's seldom like divorces that happen.
I think
like you compare like the Asian realm.
Hey, listen though, but once like it's our turn,
our generation, you're gonna see fucking divorces, man. Yeah. Watch.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. That's the gut feeling I have.
I
people
totally
are getting
agree.
Married like
I totally
so
agree.
Fucking like we're like the millennial retards that don't even know like left from right sometimes. Don't even know like I don't even know what I want to do. How the fuck do you know who you want to spend the rest of your life with?
And then there's a lot of like
bigger fucking decision.
Again, if there wasn't so much like I don't know. It's so fucked, man. It's all fucked. But there's a lot of laws regarding like divorce and stuff like that.
Yes.
How money is split up.
Yeah. It's
crazy, man. And it's not like I'm anywhere close to that, but just the fact that it's just and then kids are really expensive. There's a reason why I'm looking at Vietnam, man, because rent is like $100 for like a nice flat. Yeah, man.
I could see you with a nice flat with a nice Vietnamese girl.
How about like 10, man? Because it doesn't fucking, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're just a young guy baller.
Yeah, you're gonna be what's it called? Is it polygamous? Is that the term? You're gonna have a polygamous family.
I don't know.
You're gonna be like a king with your first wife, second wife, third wife.
I'm not saying that, but you know what I'm saying though, right?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's just a lot nicer to be a dude when the game's kind of stacked on your side, right?
Yeah, I feel like you're set to have a more advantageous life. Your journey into marriage is gonna be
a lot easier.
Yeah, a lot easier. Like your chances of ending up in like heartbreak or losing half your shit are kind of lower as well.
But at the same time, I don't disagree with that fully, right? Like I see, like if I was a girl, I'd be like, fuck all this, you know. It's
because your roots are Canadian, so you're conflicted. So you see that here, and you're like, shit, that's probably the way to go. Like to just settle down. With a wife, get married, have the 2-car garage, have the 2 German cars.
Yeah.
Like, that in your mind is the painted kind of like, that is the goal.
That's shit.
Like, is that? No.
That's shit.
Not. Yeah,
no,
it's terrible.
No.
Is there anything that's painted in your mind as a goal?
No, it's like me.
Yeah,
it's like
blank.
Nuclear bombs going off.
Okay, so that's your goal, the world ending.
No, not a goal. This is my brain.
Yeah.
But what's grounding me is the fact that this is the only thing that grounds me is that when I want to move, I will move. Nothing will force me.
To stay. You have no obligations.
So let's say there's a child. It's because I love the child. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It won't be a job. It won't be a fucking whatever it is. Does that make sense?
It wouldn't even be your significant other, like your wife.
Whatever it is, it's gonna come from the heart. It's not gonna come from overhead that I'm still stuck in something.
Yes,
does that make sense?
That makes sense.
The minute my feet want to go, they're gonna go. Right? The minute I want out, I want out. Now, I don't think I'm a bad person. It's easy to say. So I don't think I would ever dump a child or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? I don't think that's in me.
Nah.
I don't think that's the type of person that I am.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way I'm living life right now. That the minute I want to go, I will go. And yeah. And that way, you're truly free. Except for the passport bullshit part.
Yeah.
But other than that, you're truly free at that point.
So that's the issue, man. Like, because that you live your life like that, you might not ever be able to settle down unless a fucking switch magically like flips in your brain. Because like, what is your experience in a relationship, in a real serious long-term relationship? It's slim, because you want to spread your wings, right? So when it comes down to it, will you be able to fucking flip that switch and settle down? Like, oh, questionable. You're so used to being, I'm fucking heading out whenever. I'm heading out.
See, I think maybe once you have a kid, it's like, that's like, you can't.
Yeah, you can't, because you're held like
you know by blood.
I don't know, something that might be the trigger to the switch.
A lot of people say like when you have a child, you physically change.
Yeah.
And a lot of dudes say when you have a kid, you know why you need to do the shit you need to do.
So that could also be a trigger reason why some guys become whipped. They do it for the kid.
True.
They're like, fuck, I don't want my kid growing up in a house of conflict. I'm just gonna eat my wife's shit so he can have a relatively normal childhood until he grows up, and then I can do whatever.
True.
That could be a big factor.
Yeah, it's fucked, man. It's all fucked, man.
Yeah.
Right?
So there's a lot of like different, I don't know.
You don't even ever want to see me. I think like one day I do want some sort of family.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know. It's just in general. One day I would like to settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Where? No fucking clue. I have some like general like spoofy ideas, but nothing concrete. You, on the other hand, you have no intentions of this.
Zero.
I know, man.
It's clear.
I think we spoke about this. Yeah. How like, in a sense, we should actually kind of be in reverse.
Yeah, it would make more sense if we traded positions.
To the end goals. But it's not like my end goal, but at the end of it, I think I would like to. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah, and you totally could. Like, there's no reason why you wouldn't. Like,
I don't know. It seemed like, you remember what I said? I said 90% you have a kid before I do. Do you remember? Like,
yeah, I do. And I still don't think it's going to happen.
No, but you know what? Like
I feel like I
did make some compelling points. I was like, hey, you're set up to have a kid.
I am, but at the same time, it's not going to happen. Like, it's intense, man. Like, it's very funny when all my other like group of friends, like, they know of my views, right? They're like, I don't even know how, but anyways, they know that I never want to get married and I don't want to have kids. It comes
up, right? Like you say, it's like, whoa,
yeah,
what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they'll ask me questions like, and I'll be like, it wouldn't really apply to me because I wouldn't want to have blah.
Sure.
Anyways, so one of them, they have a kid now, and like she's like super cute, super adorable. It's really funny. So they always tease me. They're like, Brian, wouldn't you want to? Because I play with her, right? Yeah. I met her like one time, and like we got along.
Yeah.
And then she's like, they'd be like, oh, Brian, wouldn't you want one? Like, of your own? I'm like, no, I wouldn't.
I guess cool, man.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I wouldn't. Like, I'll just play with you guys as kids, man. Like,
it's so stressful, right?
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, no.
You want nothing.
Oh. Like, I guess like they just can't comprehend. Like, there's no one else.
No, for me too. It's hard.
Yeah, you can't comprehend either, right? Like, I just don't want a kid. I don't care about having like my last name, fucking whatever.
Yo, you know what? I've told you this a lot. I think more than like 3-4 times now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you might want to consider like starting to map your way out.
Map my way out of what?
Out of
my relationship?
No, out of
society.
No, your job, the debt. Just because right now you're set up to go.
Yeah, I'm wasting my life.
No, not you're wasting, but your momentum is taking you there. And if you don't stop it, you're just gonna get there.
I won't, man. Oh,
yes, you will. Oh, because that's where your momentum is taking you, man.
That's a pretty good fucking point, man. Oh, no.
Momentum is taking
that's the thing. I'm just an outlier that blends into the masses. Like, I blend in until I don't. Like, that's one of the things I realized.
So then, you know what I would say? It's a matter of time before you skyrocket in your company or get fired. It's not going to be in between. You're either going to do tremendously well.
But that's the thing. For me to do tremendously well, I need to be invested, engaged,
emotionally engaged,
which I'm not. So I'm gonna get fired. There's a ladder.
I'm the same with you.
Yeah, so I'm kind of waiting.
Bro,
yeah, I guess I'm waiting
man.
to get fired. Holy shit.
Jesus, don't do that. I wouldn't say fired.
Oh, no, maybe not fired. But just, that's the thing. Like, my job responsibilities, I'm able to do it to company standard. I can do it to the middle of the pack.
Honestly, man, I don't know what the fuck to tell you because you can fuck off. Here's the thing. You can fuck off and you're like, fuck. But then you go on your super trip. 9 months in, you're like, oh shit. I'm starting to like want to take like, I just want like, trust me. Like I had certain times like 4 or 5 months in, like for example, like, I was in Nepal in like just like a day, a acclimatization day. Mm-hmm. And I remember I got one of the nicest lodges, right? But I wasn't with anyone. And I was just like, and I had to stay in this lodge all by myself. I had the whole room to myself. Everything was windows. Fucking Everest all around me. And I was like, oh shit, I kind of miss home right now.
Damn.
Right?
Why?
I don't know.
Just out of okay.
I don't know what it was. But there's... You know what I mean? And then maybe, I don't know. So I don't know. I can't tell you like this is how you have to go, but shit. Yeah. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Living somewhere with low expenses is not a bad idea, I don't think.
It's a fucking great idea,
right? That's
man.
You see where I'm coming from?
Because like that way is dope.
For a while, because you can just shift around because you don't have to sink into something. And like, if you're gone, you're like, all right, fuck this, I'm out. You know, you just take whatever you've earned and fuck off.
Oh man,
not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say, brother.
No, nothing.
But yeah,
nothing
you were set up to have a family.
Yeah, right. On
or
paper,
at least like have
on paper,
like a doggy family.
Yeah.
But like you're set up to provide for someone else eventually. Does that make sense? Because you're gonna have all this money. Once you pay off this debt, you're gonna start stacking, man. Right?
Yeah, not like stacking.
Yeah, but you're gonna start having savings and shit.
Yeah.
Right? And then you get what I'm saying. Hopefully you don't get into more debt.
How would I do that?
That's what people do. What do you mean, man? This is the standard life. They go high school, debt, university debt, student debt. Student debt gets paid off. Okay. First whatever debt. First car debt. First condo debt. Marriage. First small house debt. Right? And it just piles on and on and on. And then now
but I wouldn't live in it. So I would get like a mortgage.
Yeah.
And own like a condo and just rent it out, and the tenant will just pay for it on itself.
I think that's a tight move. Like for example, like let's say you boss out, like fully boss out, and you pay for something like a condo.
Yeah.
Then you can fuck off and give the leasing to a management company.
And they'll deal with it.
And you're like, you take your cut. You send me a wire transfer every month to this account.
Yep. I think.
And then you're just traveling. Yeah. Wire money's coming in.
Yeah.
You know?
I think currently that might be a possible goal.
Yeah,
like just getting like a couple units, like really ripping deep into my line of credit. So I have to use this job. That's the thing.
You gotta time it well. Then.
Yeah, you have to rip deep into your line of credit, buy maybe multiple fucking places, and then just make sure you rent it out. If you don't rent it out, you're fucked. But if you once you rent it out, it'll pay for itself.
Yeah.
And you might get like an additional like couple, 300-400 of in your pocket after.
You'd have to time the market well.
You would.
Right.
You would.
I think there'd have to be some legwork that started.
Oh, for sure. And I need to have like the correct hookups to get me the pre-construction, because that's the best deals. Just sit there.
Sure, whatever it is.
But we'll see.
But yeah.
We'll see.
That's not a bad idea, yeah, to fuck off. That's like how like a lot of dons do it, right? They just have properties and,
Yeah.
Just dawn out all day. Be a dawn.
Just be a dawn, man.
Fucking
hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only time will tell, man. Only time will tell. No rush.
Yeah, no rush. No rush. No rush. That's right. Yeah. Hey, man. We're gonna make this fucking India trip happen, for sure. Right? Because God knows what's gonna happen after that. Brian Chen popping out like kids and shit.
Yeah, shut the fuck up. There's not gonna. Don't say shit like that.
Probably
it'll just be mad mistakes. Fuck.
Man, I feel like it won't be you that wants the kid. I feel like it'll be Whitney or whoever you're with.
Turn the tables
for sure. Dude, I don't.
Oh, we spoke of this before. Where
I don't think.
Like, what happens?
Yo, I've read something like it was like women like
leave.
if you don't want to have a kid, something. I don't know. I don't want to make some crazy statement, but there's a part of I think women that want to be mothers. More so than more so than there is for fathers and shit.
I agree with that.
Like, just look how girls react to like animals, dogs, and babies as opposed to guys. Right? I love my dog, but only because you know what I'm saying. Like, if I see a random dog, even if it's cute, I'm like, oh yeah, it's cute. Like, look at the it's a cute dog. That's it. I'm like. None of that retarded shit.
Fuck, I do that retarded shit.
I mean,
I'll be like, fuck.
Not with a baby. Yeah,
No, with a dog, with a puppy.
With a dog.
I wouldn't do it with a baby.
You know what I'm saying? With a baby, like, I think there's at least, okay, let's put it this way. There's more, I think, of a natural inclination to like, care. Okay, here's a good example. How many men adopt babies because they're lonely?
I don't.
Women do it. Single women adopt children.
I didn't know that either.
Well, I think, yeah, I don't think men. Honestly, that's a red flag, man. If a single dude is adopting kids, I'm like, what the fuck?
Is that even legal?
Probably in Canada because of gender shit, but like that's like pedophile written all over it, right?
Right, but it wouldn't if it's a woman.
Just lonely cat woman needs a kid. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know.
But I don't know. So, anyways, if you end up having a child, I don't think it will be to your choosing.
You're saying it's gonna be a mistake?
No, it'll just be like first you'll be like nah, but then you'll just give in.
Oh, that's the thing, man. I won't cave to it.
Like, fuck it, yeah.
I won't be able to cave to it, man.
You've got like a nice gut by that. Like, you're like 31, 32. Starting to droop a bit on the tits.
Oh my god, dude. No.
The tat is starting to sag a bit. The Monkey King used to look angry. Now he's kind of looks like... And then boom! Pop one out, man.
Nah, man. Not gonna happen.
Amen.
Impossible.
Amen. You never know.
I know. Yeah, all right, man. We'll wrap this one up.
Wrap it up?
Yeah.
All right. No children.
Peace.
No kids.
No kids. Remember kids.
Yo, you got a new phone?
No kids. No, same.